What up, my freaks? RuinusInsight here with part 19 of my Total War Warhammer 3 Bhashiva the White Tiger Immortal Empires campaign. So as we saw last time, Gandari continues hunting the various legends of the world, adding Azazel and Throg to his coterie of, I don't know, skulls on his belt. He's doing a pretty good job. And we are also poised to try to get Azazel's defeat rate on Chudu as well, as this army will also be hopefully ready in reasonably short order. Now, speaking of that army, let's start moving everybody towards where they need to be. You will be going this way. Hopefully Sale does not take this opportunity to kill you off, as that would be unfortunate considering the distance we've traveled. I don't imagine you can reach us here. And also, hopefully you don't pick up that Skaven Plague. It's got 1 duration here and 2 duration here. Alright, hopefully. Otherwise, Chu Yao will move to Mount Silverspear, as this would free up Bhashiva from not having to go there, and then this army still needs to trade units with Bhashiva, so he's going to head down there. And frankly, I wanted a Yang, a Dragon-Blooded Shugengan Lord to lead that particular army rather than a Yin one. Huh, there's a lettered one. It is decent. I'd really prefer another inured one, though, just because of the low armor on the Dragon-Blooded Shugengan and the fact that we could, well, use the additional armor to make them tankier and more fighty. Oh, also, can't recruit regiments for now. It hasn't been 10 turns since we deleted the Righteous Lances of Wei Zhen. Go figure. Not that we can afford them right now anyway, but still something we'd like to do. Anyway, building-wise, I believe we're okay, or at the very least there's no buildings here to afford. And it's not like we've gotten a lot of new territories in the recent times. The rest of this is most likely good, with the possible exception of, wait, before we attack. Was it this turn that we were ready to build stuff? Yes. Okay, so how much is this going to cost us? 4.5k to grab the Celestial Court, but it is income from all buildings faction-wide, and control, both of which are quite valuable. And thusly, we wouldn't need a control building in this particular territory as well, so yeah, just gonna have to build it. And the other thing is, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we'd need either a 6th or to... I guess, yeah, we could build the defenses back up in order to have 6, or delete the growth building and then wouldn't need it in theory. And it's not like we need the growth building here right now anymore, minus the Tiger Court enhancements of the non-siege battles, but I mean, it is possible that the enemy moves through Turtle Gate and breaches the Bastion, so there is that concern always. Control would not be needed here, like I said, so we could go for capacities. We don't have, and well, we could use another Alchemist out of a Fuming Atelier. And we could do another one. Well, we could also just build the frickin' Temple of the Two Moons, just because. Screw it, just build it. Just build it. And then we'll get rid of the White Tiger Omen, because we no longer need the growth here, and get rid of it here as well. And then we'll see about, wait. You are a Yin Harmony, you two are no harmonies at all. Alright, we'll figure it out as we go. Alright, good enough for me. Then, you know what? Considering that this bureaucrat, Zihui, has been basically sitting in the Celestial Palace the entire time, and I can't guarantee that we'll actually get one on field, you, I think, can be Meow. Wait, Meow. Ying right here. Obviously, we've been focused on other lords than the Dragon-Blooded Shugengan. So yeah, you sit here. Did I get you the tax collectors and stuff? Yeah, you're good. You're good. You sit there. Alrighty, there you go. Plus, I find it amusing that she'd be sort of on the opposite side of the Bastion from Miao Ying, because her capital's at Namgao, and technically Wei Zhen is, well, the capital, so, with the Celestial Palace, so yeah, this feels like amusingly appropriate now. Anyway, let's see, we are going to attack now, so let's get you do that defeat trait from Azazel. Alright, oh, I forgot about the seduction thing. Damn it. We can force them off field, but... Okay, you know what? Wait. Cancel. We need Fuheng monks on everybody, right? They reduce the... I forgot about the Fuheng monk thing. They reduce the seduction budget, and we will need to transfer some here. So Fuheng monk to you. How many of you, just to double check, don't have Fuheng monks? Okay, where are you in the list here? This is one of those rare times where it probably would be more efficient to go through this tree. 37. Wait, where is Chudu? Yeah, the problem is actually finding him in here. 44. Alright, so yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. We need 4 Fuheng monks? Wow, okay. And I take it you Gandari should have Fuheng monks. Aplenty, in fact, because... Huh, actually 1. I should have looked at him. 2. Wow. Yeah, no wonder those units nearly got seduced. You do not have enough monks. Okay. The question is, where can we free up some monks to anti-seduce? There's a Fuheng monk here, although admittedly I do like the corruption reduction in Bhashiva's army. We're just going to have to deal. Fuheng monk, and Fuheng monk. Yeah, alright. And that is, well, it was admittedly helping a lot against the Skaven corruption, but this was one of our big sources of monks. I wonder if any of these guys have any monks to spare, but I don't think they do. Yeah, alright, fair enough. Fair enough. I also feel that now you will not be able to reach Azazel, so that's life. It's unfortunate, but what can you do? I wonder then if we should attack Azazel. Well, either way, it doesn't change the fact that we will want to put the Fuheng monks in here to anti-seduce. So 1. Ooh, you reached rank 10 and you realized 2. And you already have 1. You already have 1 unless I'm mistaken. And you should already have 1, right? You do. Alright, so we got 2 more. We'll put into the Alchemist because we're keeping the Alchemist. And we are keeping the Claw Speaker most likely. Alright, that should be sufficient numbers of monks. Though, now I notice that they are in the Temple of Heimkel territory, and you unfortunately... Okay, wait. Need to reposition this slightly. You need to move into reinforce. If I could just go towards him, like so. You should be able to reinforce now. Hopefully this works. Alright, try this. We're no longer in our own territory, unfortunately. Should have tried a little harder to destroy him. Ooh, wait, before we do anything else. We will want to get you... Yeah, you have preparedness drills. Let's max that out. And out of these, I haven't decided yet, but let us go for... Let's go for hard to hit. Been doing Wall Veteran previously, but it doesn't really matter. You will go for the Jade Standard and Bastion Defenders and max out Optimized Logistics. Good. You will want to grab... Still trying to get towards Harmonic Anchoring. Don't really care about the ammunition thing. Let's grab the additional range for you. You are in a Lantern now. And then lastly, you, Mentor. Plus, we have Pit of Shades maxed out. I don't dislike the Withering because of the mass armor reduction. Though, admittedly, in this arm, it's not as necessary. Now you go for Azazel. Huh, although, if we go for this guy, would Azazel even be able to seduce? I don't know. I don't know if you can get around it like that. Either way, the enemy fails to spot our ambush, we'll just auto-resolve what remains, plus with enough Fuheng monks, the seduction fails anyway. Like so. And we'll take the money. And we'll try the exact same thing toward... Oh, you still get to back off? Oh, that's not great. That means you have to go in March Stance to reinforce, and I'm a little bit concerned about that, because obviously the enemies are nearby, but whatever. Also, what's the... This is... How many territories do you have? You have just the 2, although one of them is very, very far away now. It is... Wait, don't you start out here somewhere in the Tower of Crack? Apparently not. You're living in Krakadrak now. I guess Wintertooth took it from you or somebody? Huh. And we could, in theory, potentially at least, march one of you up here to destroy Azazel for good if one of you can sit back and defend Vlag. Maybe that is a good way to do it. Anyway, either way, Gandari, try to get this guy now. And another ambush. Sorry, little rats. I wonder whether we should just auto-resolve it. We have fought many a rat in recent times. That said, this is a pretty solid stack, and Gandari has not had the chance to ambush rats, even if he has had the chance to ambush a lot of other factions. Plus, I mean, there are a lot of rattling guns and stuff. You know what? I think this might actually be a decent fight. Let's do it. Alright, here we go, Gandari training up the extra troops and such, and working them in ambush. The Iron Hail Gunners immediately hit those rattling guns and poison them globadiers with a little bit of help from the Warp Fire Throwers, from the Iron Drakes. There's a lot of iron things, Iron Guts. And speaking of the Iron Guts, they just took a gout of flame to the face, but it looks like they're okay. Anyway, a pretty nasty ambush that pretty much rips through about 2/3 of the rat column. A few units do survive and are fighting in the dark against our just slightly silhouetted by the targeting rune. Whatchamacallums. And Jade Warriors with halberds. I can't even see the Plague Monks in here, but they are in here. Or are those Death Runners? Those are Death Runners, by the way they run. And it looks like, regardless, the enemy army is pretty much done for. Gandari has unsurprisingly defeated the poor level 4 enemy lord. And, yeah, he may as well enjoy these grand cannons and flamethrowers just a little bit more, because soon they will be transferred to Chudu, and they will go their separate ways and do their own thing with their fully complete armies. But for now, it's pretty darn effective. Alright, fair enough. Looks like that didn't go all that much better for them than it did for the forces of Norscan Chaos, so, yeah, too bad for them. We will heal up, I think, since we're in enemy territory and we can't leave Chudu. We will have to chase this guy down, and I'm pretty sure there was another army here, or unless the... Maybe it was a Skaven army that we were... I don't remember now. We could just try to look through this again. Wait, let's try to check where they are again. So, ally missions. Oh, wait, we did that when we were taking missions, and now, unless there's a new mission, we won't be able to see where they are. Damn it. Okay, well, since we can't see, there's not much we can do about it. You finish off Sniven. And, bush/auto-resolve. Like so. And go for the, well, healing, I guess. Alright, then you need to stay with Chudu. I would like you to go into our own territory, though. Though I do want Gandari to push towards Frozen Landing and Krakadrak. We probably can't do that yet, as in not until we... yeah. What's the likelihood that there's an army in Navkazi? Hopefully... there isn't one there. It'd be unfortunate if it was. And you go here, Gandari. We'll transfer the troops back next turn, and then, I mean, I don't know if you'll function well enough as bait, but let's do something like that. See if that works out. You shouldn't be able to reach us, and then we have to try to get Chudu back to safety, which is 2 Carrick Valag. Alrighty, we'll see how that works out. Anything else we need to do this particular turn? I don't believe that there is, therefore we should be safe to end the turn. So skip, and turn. Now let's see what we've got here. Trait gain supervisor for Recruiter U. I should certainly think so. It's your one job. Well, actually, no, it's one of your 3 jobs. What is this? Ooh, they did get close enough. Oh, I'm so glad that the ambush didn't work out. That could have been bad. Chudu could have died here. That would have been a shame. But looks like he lives to fight another day, at least for now. Put the Standard of Nangawan, the short-range peasants, I guess, help them out a little bit. We'll give you the Flaming Standard, the Duelists, I guess, on you, at least temporarily, and then leadership on you guys, and frankly, yeah, Croman could use the additional leadership. Since this is a field battle, we could fight this, in theory. Look, it's a good stack. The only thing that's making me wonder is, I mean, we just essentially fought the same exact stack, except they had a lot more range firepower. Here they have less. And there's probably a million more Skaven armies to fight. And they have no chance here, casualties low and all that. 24 seconds reinforcement, so they wouldn't be able to rush this army before our reinforcements got here and killed them all anyway. Honestly, I think they're not worth our time. If Chudu had his army by himself, then I would fight this, but with two armies together it's probably not worth bothering. The only thing that makes me question it is whether we'd suffer attrition and how much. Maybe we should do it just to save on the potential auto-resolve casualties and therefore the attrition. Maybe we should. Alright, fair enough.
No kingdom can stand against Grand Cathay. We are the dragon's chosen people.
Alrighty, here we go. This should be an interesting one. Gandari led the last fight against the rats, so it's only fair that Chudu leads this one, though with the caveat that because the enemy attacked the other army, what's happening is that our reinforcements are arriving on the other side of the map, so we've deployed our army close to where the reinforcements are coming in, which unfortunately happens to be in a corner, but I can't really do anything about that. Well, I can do something about it. I could move them away from it. However, this is kind of disadvantageous. It would be kind of disadvantageous to us, A, and B, we'd have to head towards the enemy army anyway, so it wouldn't really change anything. The main thing is that, well, I would have loved to have had Gandari move in on the other side of the map. And we really couldn't wait the 5 minutes for the reinforcements to arrive at max distance. So, yeah. Anyway, the battle will start with an artillery shootout as our single Poison Rain rocket takes out the crews of the Warp Lightning cannons, which were menacing our flyers, i.e. Chuduke himself, as well as his Empress Kromen. And now switches to those Plague Claw catapults, rapidly decreasing their numbers and obliterating the artillery pieces as well. As we've seen many a time already, the the Poison Rain rocket does good work, and I don't expect it to do anything less here. Anyway, Gandari is arriving on field. Oh, yeah, maybe don't shoot the ogres in the back there. But yeah, all these hills on this particular battle are also probably going to interfere with our artillery fire. We do still have a relatively shallow, mind you, but we do have an arc on the Fire Rain rockets, but the cannons are really going to have a difficult time. On the bright side, we're trying to make it away from the corner as fast as possible and towards the enemy army, partially to engage them, especially those long-range units, like the, well, medium-range maybe units, like the Rattling guns. And partly because we want to have some fun. Iron Guts are going to move to intercept a unit of Doom Flayers. Certainly can't have these guys rushing towards our cannons and such. Artillery keeps firing overhead, though the Iron Guts do get stopped in their tracks as well and surrounded by the Storm Vermin, with Unholy Clamor helping them out. We do also move to intercept the Warp Riders with one of our Gate Masters so that they don't reach our range line, while our Jade Warriors and our Iron Hail Gunners make their way forward as well. And are now in position. Actually turned out to be a relatively nice distributed fight rather than one little battle line. Actually turned out to be pretty neat. Alright. And it looks like we've got a pile of Storm Vermin that we are going to engage with our Jade Warriors with halberds. A little bit of halberd on halberd action. So I think there's Sword and Board Storm Vermin in here too. Over in the forest, the enemy tried to do the same thing with more Doom Flayers, but we did engage them, intercept them and engage them with our units of Ogre Bulls. The Gate Master kept those Doom Flayers from moving in, and the Doom Bull or the Ogre Bulls are I wish Doom Bulls, are very much in trouble now. The Bruised Bruisers taking even more bruises as the debuffs from the trees, combined with the fact that it's anti-large Storm Vermin here, are starting to cut down their numbers. We gotta be careful, or at least we would have to be if the balance of power didn't switch to about 90% in our favor, and a couple more unit losses will most likely see the enemy destroyed. Our rats break around Gandari as they do. Bruisers are escaping with only 5 models left in our routing. I think 5 models. Not a lot of models left. And our routing, but by the looks of it, the enemy army is just about out of the picture as well. Frankly, I'm surprised that they have not shattered yet, but one more volley from the Iron Hail Gunners to take out those Doom Flayers. There we go, we'll probably see it as the last unit on field, and with that, force the enemy army to shatter and the bruisers to survive, if just barely. We'll see how many models they have left and how well they can recover. Frankly, the Iron Guts took a fair bit of damage as well, but this is what I'm talking about. With the Iron Guts, they have lost like 70%, 60%, whatever of their HP, but they were just at 14 out of 16, but now at 13 out of 16. But either way, hey, Iron Hail Gunners, please stop that. Okay, well, they would have recovered very nicely if the Iron Hail Gunners didn't just kill an extra 3 of them. But my point is, even with an extra 3 dead, there's still a 10 out of 16, and most likely the Ogre Bulls, damaged as they are, will similarly recover. Close call on them, though. Gotta be careful with sending them out to the trees, but they were the fastest moving units we had to spare by far. Also, gotta admit, the Gatemasters do look pretty good. I like the fact that they're designed to match both the Jade Warriors and the Celestial Dragon Guard, with both these sort of yellows and golds of the Celestial Dragon Guard and the greens. Stop moving! I'm trying to look at the guys just like, what the heck, game? Obnoxious. Anyway, I like the color scheme, is what I was getting at. And also, good job to the artillery and cannons. Ooh, free Talisman of Preservation. We do not have a lot of these, and every single one is gonna be helpful. Anyway, I'm glad I took that fight. It turned out to be a much nicer fight than I was expecting it to be, in big part because the terrain was an issue for us in this particular case, as it did not allow us to deploy in the way that we wanted to, and thus allowed the enemy to close the distance and fight back a lot more than we were expecting them to. So, and good on them, and very solid fight. Pardon Captives will give us 1700, and the healing is probably concerning enough for us to do it. So, we'll pardon the Captives, and see what else we got. No more Molder attacks. There's still Rictus and whoever else here. Hostile hero. Ooh, they tried to block our army too. You want us to join war against the Caravan of Blue Roses? Do you want to maybe retake you frickin' mountains, dude? Just why? Caravan of Blue Roses is not your concern right now.
I offer my respect.
Jade Custodians, you want us to join up war against the Dolgan? Why don't you go actually fight the Dolgan? I've never seen you fight the Dolgan a single time. For all of that, you keep telling us to go and fight them. Alright, Supervisor ambush foiled, yeah, I got that game. Talisman of Preservation, a second standard of non-gout, another banner... Oh, Banner of the Moon reference was from the technology completed. Another brick in the wall, leadership in fighting against demons of chaos. That doesn't help. Alright, well, more importantly, time to go all the way through this to Grace of Shenyang, and it's gonna take 17 rather than 16 turns now. But by the time we get there, our economy will be fixed, most likely. Really? How many times are you guys gonna fail? Come on. Unbelievable. Alright, go here. You. Just bounce between these two places. Try to succeed somewhere at least once. Alright, one success and one failure. Disappoint me, tech thieves. Why did we pay so much money for you? Huh. Oh, Muji's ambush got foiled, so this guy went this way. Interesting. Interesting indeed, because he didn't want to fight Muji, which, you know, fair enough. 3 turns left on this army's plague. Well, try to kill it. I'm gonna hope that this doesn't re-up our plague, which would be tremendously unfortunate. And he'll run, but you have to deal with it anyway. Especially since it's a plague carrier now. Maybe I should have blocked the army. Can you move this way? Yeah, I was hoping to block this army next, but oh well. Go here. And auto-resolve. Hopefully it doesn't do significant damage to the army, considering... Game. What is this glowing thing? Okay, we're good. Is that little rat soul leaving his little rat body? No, it's still 1 turn. Okay, we're okay here for now. Go into ambush, just so that Turk Gitruncher cannot see you. They still have to go through Dwarfen territory to get to us, so we can, in theory, catch up. Alright, enemy killed in battle. Gold Sigil Sword, I don't really care about. Recruiter, you. I would like you to... Huh, where are you going? You know what I find interesting? Dolgan is still fighting Moulder, right? And despite the fact that they've had armies here, the Dolgan haven't taken a single territory from Moulder despite sharing a border. Like, they're not really trying to fight each other. Go figure. How's your fight against the Demons of Chaos proceeding? Well, they're still down to 3 settlements, huh? Have the Dolgan stopped advancing? I'm not entirely sure. Either way, Chudu. Okay, we got 2 things to do. You return his cannons and his iron drakes, and what else did I take? Was it just these 4? This all looks like Gandari stuff. Alright, so you're good then. Chudu, can you go back to Kirik Vlag? You can. Gandari. We are going to have to hold this. Chudu, if you could... I was hoping you could grab another Iron Gut, but it looks like not yet. Damn, it takes a long time to get any allegiance with these guys. Alright, Gandari. I would like you to return to our territory briefly. Don't go into March stance. I would like you, Recruiter, go into, I guess, regular stance right outside our territory here. Metastorm shouldn't be able to reach us. Alright, right outside here. Channel just because. You'd just have to transfer your troops to these 2 armies. You are crafty. Yes, yes. You're supposed to go into Chudu's army. Like so. Alright. Looking a little better. Minus the unnecessarily high number of gate masters. Take the Fervent Questioner, lose the Fervent Questioner, like so. And I was looking for an additional Alchemist for our main stack, but ooh, and there's a Tactician one too. Hopefully we can get you on field. If we could get a more Astroman's capacity, we could get another Tech Thief. But for now we're okay. Alright, then. I'd like you to move around this way, and then go down to find if the elves are still... Oh! Wait, there was a relic at Fortress of Vorag? I didn't even realize. Huh. And these guys are spamming giants in the way that the dwarfs are spamming their own stuff. The fact that there's a relic here is kind of annoying because I was gonna... What's the best way to do this then? Well, okay, first of all, let's move the heroes before anybody gets in anybody's way. And then we'll have to figure it out. You go to Scrap Towers. These guys are also going to declare war on us soon, most likely. Yeah, I'd be willing to trade Flayed Rock for Fortress of Vorag. Obviously, to pick up that relic. We really need that relic. Who are you? You are an Inured Astromancer. Okay, so you're going into this army temporarily. Until it is ready to transfer. Actually, speaking of this army, not so temporarily, get the Wisdom's Bounty up and running. And we will still need to upgrade the archer platforms as well as this, but 2 or 3 more turns of building, and then this place just needs to switch and it'll be complete. Also, I do believe we've got an upgrade here. Oh, and next turn we got a thing here. Wait, is this still Kirik Vrag? Yes. So go here right to the edge of this and then return to Vrag after, because we do make more money by sitting in Vrag. And we may need to briefly go here to build this, although it's not critical for obvious reasons. We have no money building here, therefore we must build a money building. And the growth building will no longer be necessary in a couple of turns as well, so we'd be able to get rid of both of these too. Alright, go here. I mean, I guess we could delete them now. We are, how much? What's the growth at? Yeah, even with them being deleted, we'll still go to tier 5, meaning no need for growth and no need for growth. Wait a second. We are at 4, and this is 3 to 5, meaning if we delete both of them, we would lose out on reductions. I guess then we want to delete one of them, right? It's 3 to 4. No, it's 3 to 5, rather. 6 is not happening. 5 might happen, but 6 is not happening, so we can delete 1. I guess this one, because it'll take longer to build stuff there. Alright, so delete this one, we'll follow up by deleting that one afterwards. 1, 2, 3, wait. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, and this is 3 to 5. Okay. That was unnecessarily complicated. I believe that's good now. Yes. Alright. Bhashiva, back to you. So, with the understanding that there's a relic down here, we will first move to Darkhold and then try to loop around to Fortress of Vorag. You will move here to take Mount Silverspear. It's very poorly defended. In fact, it's basically undefended, while you get ready to move towards Bhashiva. Resolve. And free talisman of preservation and occupy. Alright, you can hold on to this for now. In fact, we don't really have anything better for you right now, so yeah. Defenses are still being constructed here, and in fact, we should maybe keep building stuff. Mount Silver Spear. Ooh. But we need the Moonwood. Oh well. You switch to growth of the Yin variety, and then you can go for the Iron Dragon's Edict. Mount Silver Spear. While the gobs could jump down here, I think I'm going to say prioritize growth. Because we'll head southward, at least until we smash into Clan Moors. Yeah. Alright, who's next? Have we moved everybody at this point? We've done the building, meowing and... wait. Was the buildings? Yes, we deleted a building, and we deleted a building. Here we have the money building, and then we have 2, and then I did the count, and then I promptly forgot what the count was, because I'm an idiot. We don't need either of these. Alright, we could go for the defenses, like I said. Because we could get capacity for Jade out of a Jade Muster in this particular location. I guess we'll do that. It will unfortunately mean foregoing an alchemist capacity, although, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it wouldn't, because we just delete the peasant stables, meaning whichever is more expensive, 1800, 1200, 600 versus 1350, 270. Oh, we can't build this up to the final level anyway, but it is, by the looks of it, more expensive. So we'll start with the Fuming Atelier, and then we will build that thing after the peasant stables are deleted, the other thing, the defensive thing. Plus, it's also not the most critical thing right now, because the likelihood of them actually attacking us here at the current time is low, especially with the Dolgan out of position. Still not clear what the heck they're doing. Sail the Faithless is just looking confused, keeps doing this. Yeah, I think what the AI is essentially targeting various Skaven armies, but we keep killing them before he can get there, and therefore he's not having a good time or an easy time reacting to what they're doing. Not that that's our problem, mind you. Yeah. Alrighty, and I believe that's an end turn, unless there is diplomacy to diplomatize. But by the looks of it, shocked that Bisonland is still alive. Scaling still want peace, and the Ecstatic Legions want peace. Frankly, they'll be back, but we'll probably send Gandari to wipe them out. And frankly, if we're going to crack a Drac anyway, maybe we could burn down the lair of the Troll King and the Help Pit on the way. It seems like the thing to do. Seems like a good mission for Gandari while Chu-Du defends these locations. Alright, skip. And someday, I'd like to be able to send out a caravan again. I really, really would.
You've proven yourself.
Western Provinces, honestly, I have not heard from you in absolute ages. You want us to join war against the Caravan of Blue Roses? How about you deal with something yourself, for once? Maybe you'll even level up Shangyang. Maybe. I wouldn't count on it, but maybe. Again, I love how our allies are incompetent and then the enemies are competent, and I swear the game does that on purpose. Not that it makes any difference, mind you, at the end of the day, the AI is still an idiot. Man-Eaters, technology researched, artillery thing, but more technology is coming. We have 5 more turns being at war with the enemy, but most importantly, a recruiter you. Go to Gandari. Like so. Chu-Du, you. Recruit a Iron God. Oh, you don't have room for it. Alright, we'll have you do it. Transfer all 6 of these to Gandari. Like so. Beautiful. There we go. Gandari at long last has his Ironclaw Tiger Warriors, 106 melee defense, 95 armor. Those are some nasty kitties. They will be making quick work of whatever they come into contact with. And I'd love them. And these technically are supposed to be replaced by Iron Guts, but it's been something of a hassle actually getting any Iron Guts. Alright, you will move to Chu-Du next. And I guess Gandari, like I said, we're gonna send you northward, so start traveling, buddy. We'll deliver you an Iron Gut later. Also, did I check these guys this turn? Another Fervent Questioner? Come on, how about something good? Alright, also, did we get another Alchemist capacity that we've been waiting for? No, not yet. I'm just gonna keep an eye on it. Alright, fair enough. Alright, let's send the heroes out once again so that they don't interfere with each other or our armies. Do this. Maybe these guys can all defeat the Caravan of Blue Roses together. And then we won't have to do it. Oh, you're going to the Fortress of Vorag? Yeah, we're gonna have to trade them for it. Great Moonbird for Huo Song? No, buddy. You're just a tech thief. I love you, but stop. Alright, how about you guys? You can go to Mount Gunbat, I guess. You know what? Go down this way. Go to Black Iron Mine. We need to see what's going on with the rest of the Skaven. And this is like the 5th time you failed.
Knowledge shall be ours. As it was written.
Finally, somebody succeeds, and he gets a Scrivener. He got a Scrivener. Wound or Block Army. Either one is fine. And yeah, Relic. 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 Huh. What's the likelihood that there's a Relic at Darkhold or something? Oh. Well, either way, Darkhold will probably be worth money to the Ogre, so we'll take it for ourselves for now, and occupy it. And then we will immediately delete the non-military buildings and replace them with military structures, because we could then trade it to these guys, hopefully for cash. Or for not for cash. Yay, another Jade Blood Pendant. Beautiful find. Beautiful find. Alrighty, what else do we have? Wait, I stopped moving the heroes, didn't I? Got excited. Hung Huo, you were going to try to block Turg Gitwrencher. Try to block him. This is the last turn of your tech thievery, but give it a try, buddy. Success. I think there's no tech thief left at Jarna Grund, so you could actually go back to it because it's closer. Alright, Muji, you are healing at last. No more Skaven Plague. Stay in ambush, because I imagine you can't reach this guy. No. Go right here to the edge of this territory. Whether he takes the Blasted Expanse or not, we will try to hunt him down and kill him. Most likely he will take it, but that should be fine. And then we'll try to rescue these guys and start moving through the mountains. Are you going past Nashrak's lair to go to the Silver Pinnacle? Why don't you take Nashrak? You better not lose Karakadrin to this garbage. I swear, game, we have an outpost there. That directly impacts us, damn it. It actually makes me care about this. Alrighty, but anyway. Shuizheng, you are fine now. Oh, minus 349, what the heck happened? Miao Ying, you don't need to do... Well, actually, I lied. Build a Warden Arsenal. Ooh, but we do still have to watch out for our money, because it's still in dire straits. Atharv, you will soon be able to move. Chu Yao, you still need a Gate Master of the appropriate type, but for now, or for Yao, we could try to march down to there, but there could be an army of the rats that we can't see. You know what? Go to Diplomacy, Karakadrin. Ally missions. Okay, wait. This is what I wanted. So this is here. There's an army here near Helpit. There's a... Okay, we know that this guy's here. There's an army here, most likely a full stack, and we know that this guy's here. Well, we'll take this guy out. Yeah. And you know what? Can you just please just occupy Nashrak's lair? It's gonna freaking bother me. Take back your territories. Bunch of idiots. Absolute bunch of idiots. You have to deliver these units to Bhashiva, so keep moving southward, and then if Bhashiva loops around through Fortress of Vorag, we can meet at Ashridge Mountains. And in theory, both of those armies will be able to separate. Wait, how many turns does it take to recruit a Sentinel? Ah, wrong thing, global recruitment. It takes 4 turns. Frankly, we were better off having somebody else do it for you and then delivering you same said Sentinel. Alright, you know what then? You are going to go in regular stance, or in camp stance. Yeah, reduce the ambush, and you're gonna very slowly move this way. We can't... Oh, wow. That is indeed very slow. March stance to Crookback Mountain, then. Better way to do it, I guess. Then, what I would like to do is get quick save before hitting the armies of Xiangyang. Still don't trust you, game. Alrighty, and I mean, that's not the right place. We are 3,000. It's gonna cost most of us our stuff, but we'll use this to increase our army capacity by 1. And we will... Wait, what's the global recruitment cost right now? Alright, do we have any free lord? Yeah, there's a strategist, one of these. Lettered, martial artist. Okay, you're free, harmonizer. And you're free as well. But you're yin and we need yang. Tactician. Wait. I did want a Celestial General to lead an army with Jade Lancers eventually. Though the likelihood of actually getting it is a little bit low. You know what, let's use you. You're level 4. And I assume I reset you previously. Go here, and go into Inspiring Recruitment. Then, Global Recruitment. Gonna take 4 turns anyway. Let's get that one last Terracotta Sentinel. Armies of Xiangyang. Increase Terracotta Sentinel capacity by 1. There we go. And you can start recruiting it. Here. May as well sit there. I certainly don't want to keep this army, you know, sitting still while we do that. Also, you have 2 points. We should go to Grand Tactician. Yeah, I want Inspired Marksmanship at the very least maxed out very fast, just to give max reload to Satang. So yeah, we'll go through that, even if it doesn't... Nah, even at the cost of buffing these guys. Alrighty, anybody else, or are we good now? Duke has to stay where he is and he can't recruit because of the capacity. You are where you're supposed to be, though there is potentially buildings to be building. Oh, I didn't do the building, my bad. Let's upgrade you. 720, nicely cheap. And then, once these are done... Wait a second. Okay, I'll do a count later. We might have to figure things out. We'll have to figure out whether we want to produce more gems or whether we want to produce more exotic animals. That's what we'll have to figure out. But I'll maybe try to remember to do that between the episodes, because it's not obviously particularly critical. Anyway, I believe you guys are good. You can't move because of the money situation, but you're very nearly ready to do so. These guys are now advancing. Jiaming has taken Knobbly Gorge. And by the looks of it, decent likelihood that they actually move down here. Good. Skip, 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 skip. And then turn. Let's see how we're looking. Armies are being delivered. We're repositioning now. The rats, or at the very least, the rats of Rictus aren't having a good time. Ooh, and we just identified Moors, who we have not been fighting. I assume that they've been fighting the undead to the south, because they usually ally with Scarbrand, which probably means that they are fighting Khalida. Settlement receives... Oh, no. Is this a Skaven Plague? Yes, it's a frickin' Skaven Plague. And it is also income from all buildings minus 50%. And this is our second most money-producing territory. Well, screw you too, game. Alright, well, it is what it is. Settlement receives Plague, ally mobilizes ambush, foiled Master Mason. While we're here, you don't need to build buildings here, but you do need to build the tier 5 here. For considerably cheaper. And then you can go to... I mean, still stay in Yin for now, though we are nearly out of it. We already have the money thing, meaning we can go capacity. Frankly, we have more than enough claw speakers now, so it's Alchemist Foundry that we're gonna go here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's good, at least for now. Yes. And then you can go back here to Kergvrag because we generate a lot more money. Oh, I was gonna go here to reduce this cost, but frankly, no, it's not worth it right now. It's too expensive. Alright, next. Tar, you stay here. Gandari. You can now move this way. And I'm almost tempted... You know what? We could grab Temple of Heimkeln on the way, so... Yeah, we'll grab it. We'll probably abandon it after. And yeah, see? This guy did not take Stormwrack Mount. He either sacked it or raised it, but he didn't take it. We gave him Monolith of Bubonicus, but he seems to be refusing to take any of these territories. Is the AI pretending that they can't see the Skaven? Is that what's happening here? I don't know. Anyway, you, I would like to go out here. And I would like you to trade the Tiger Warrior Stalkers to this army. Then... Oh, you have the Million Gate Masters. Yeah, that's something of an issue. Take the Peasant Long Spears that don't need to be in here. And what the heck else do we remove? Well, you're supposed to have 2 of these guys anyway, and... I wanted to put a sky junk or something in here. The Empress Crewmen do cause explosions, but eventually they would probably be better in a sort of, you know, Empress army. But they can quickly reposition themselves, which the rest of the army can't quite do. I don't know. I also... I'll take one of these guys for now. I'll try to figure out which one they want to keep. You're a strategist. What can we get here? Violent, lettered, and crafty. All of which are fine, but not what we're looking for here. So we'll mill you. Like so. And you. Are you now able to construct Gandari's, or recruit Gandari's second Iron Gut? Yes, you are. Start on that, buddy. Bring it to Gandari, and then eventually we can maybe replace the other two, but admittedly the Blood Guzzlers traders and the Bruised Bruisers have been with us for a while, so maybe we could do with 2 Iron Guts. We shall see. Alright, but either way, Gandari's army is at long last, pretty much complete. Bhashiva. Now, I did say I wanted to go around to the Fortress of Vorag, and regardless of the fact that there may be rats everywhere, we're going to loop around like this. I hope you don't immediately pick up the Skaven Plague, because it'll make you useless for several turns, but it is what it is. Alright, I don't really care about Ash Ridge Mountains, but I do care about the relic here, so let's figure that out. You. Try to move towards a Black Iron Mine. Judging by this, there's probably several stacks around here, and a rat. You are at war with Karazakarek and Chevalier de Lyonesse. You're not oh, did they kill the undead? No, it doesn't look like it. Huh. How are you not fighting Khalida? How'd you manage to avoid that? Kind of surprising. Strength rank 22, so they're not doing too bad either. And I see Rictus has gone from 68 to 43, so they are certainly pumping out those units. Well, good for them. Durthu is not liking us so much. Marienburg. I think I'm willing to pay you for the trade. Do this. Because that's another 537 per turn. Nevisenland, you're fine, and Karazakrak, full-on military alliance. The nice thing about this would be being able to see what the heck is going on out here. The less nice thing is that they're in trouble, and I feel like as soon as we do an alliance with them, the AI will start overrunning them. So I think we'll wait, but we'll keep it in mind. Scaling. You're now willing to offer us 5k, we'll take it. They've been asking for peace for ever. Poor scaling. Alrighty, and the rest of that looks good to me, at least for now. Okie dokie. Everybody else has moved. Chudu has now gotten his Tiger Warrior Stalkers. Ooh, who we can now give names to now that they're where they're supposed to be. So, you can be... how about Kitty Litterers? Like so. 1. Felonious Feline Bellas. 2. Unseen Claws. 3. Stalkers and 4 Stalkers. Lethal. I actually don't know if dashes work. Yeah, dashes do work. Full stop doesn't work, but dash works. Why? Who designed this game? Anyway, since Gandari's got some of these guys, let's name some of these tigers. I know some tiger names have been waiting. So, the Dancing Cats, Dread Claws, Meowageddon. Spelled that wrong. Alright, Meowageddon, and Striped Guardians, and how about Matted Warriors, and last but not least, Cows About, Catnip Addicts. Lovely. Alright, all 4 of them, there were 6 of them rather, named. Again, 111 melee defense. And this is vanilla too, so their stats could probably go even higher in SFO, or once they're added at any rate. Anyway, I do believe we are ready to end the... No, we're not. I lied. What the heck am I talking about? This jerk face. Oh, because our ambush got foiled, so he's trying to get away. Alright, try to block him again. At the cost of not... Did that work? It did work. At the cost of not, unfortunately, getting the...
Cathay needs them dead.
Getting the tech thievery, but hopefully we can chase him down and kill him. He's obviously going to run away. But with his army blocked, he won't go far, most likely. And, actually, if these guys stop recruiting for a second, they might actually attack them and allow us to kill them thereby. That would be just great. And are you besieging Nashrek's lair with nothing there, and you having a frickin' Doomseeker and Hammerer stack? That's what you're doing right now. Ongrim, that's what you're doing. It's like the AI, this is what I'm talking about. As soon as we ally with him, the AI just purposely starts trying to lose.
Lord reporting.
Not that I'm surprised. Oh, I did not do the... Okay, we still gotta move the tech thieves. Unfortunate that you go down to the elves. Frankly, I wish we could send somebody to Ulthuan, because I'm willing to bet all of those elves would be willing to trade, assuming that they're not all dead, which I'm also not sure about. It's also a distinct possibility. Slaanesh corruption! Slaanesh corruption! Vampiric corruption! Vampiric corruption! Vampiric corruption! Yeah, the elves are all dead. Ulthuan is completely gone. Oh, wow. Well, honestly, I feel like that's been happening a fair bit lately, so I am not particularly surprised. Anyway, let's steal tech. Let's steal tech. Success. Come on. Go on, little fella. There you go. Alrighty, and you've reached rank 10, so more steel tech power, and you have reached rank nothing, so nothing. Alright, who's next? Wosong, you are our longest running, I think, or one of the longest running. Actually, not the longest running, but you've been around for a while. Another 5 giants in every army, really?
My calculations were correct.
Not that it's our problem, but again, how were you losing against the rats with all those giants? You. I assume that there isn't a full stack of rats at Ashridge Mountains, or at the very least, I'm going to say I'm willing to risk it. Go in ambush stance here, try to not get... or march stance here, try not to get ambushed and killed. That would be just great. Although, admittedly, we can send you both around this way.
Taking position.
I maybe shouldn't have sent you in march stance.
I will.
Like so, there you go. Stay together. Keeps you, if not quite safe, a teensy bit safer. You will go for growth, you will go for defenses. Like so. And is that everything now? I think it is. I moved Gandari, we have started recruiting here, we have transferred the troops. You can technically move, but we need to react to what's going on here, so I guess you're gonna sit here for at least a little bit. And I also have to figure out what adjustments we want to make to this army. It's kind of got a weird sort of mix of units and, alright, the Gate Masters. Currently, there's the Martial Artist and the Tactician. I like the Tactician in here, though, because it provides additional reload, which would help all the units, so there is that. Either way, I believe we're good to end the turn, so skip, and turn. Yes? Yes? Forgetting anything? Well, if I am, I guess we're about to find out, and turn. Oh, I guess there was potentially more building to be building, but we'll do it next turn. Alright, so these guys have taken Ashridge Mountains, but Fortress of Vorag they have left alone for now. They're also spreading those Skaven plagues around. And let's see if the... the dwarfs did indeed attack this. This is obviously a waste of time. It's a pile of gobs, and while I find the gobs are better than orcs, the AI is not, capable enough to make good use of them. Now you want peace? That's not happening. We need to protect our borders, and in order to protect our borders, we need to protect the dwarfen borders. Yeah, no further attacks. Alright, Darkhold will get the Skaven Plague, which is annoying, but we were looking to trade this away anyway, so hopefully it won't matter. We will build 2 military structures here, whichever's cheaper. This one's faster and cheaper, so we'll do that. Yeah. Although, it's not a red line, it's not technically a military... Huh. Yeah, go for the Tiger Warrior building. I don't trust the other one. Ally mission successful. Technology researched. Range for grand cannons and rocket batteries. That should help artilleryman. A relic discovered Mount Squighorn. Did we already know that was there? Am I crazy, or did we already know that was there? Maybe we didn't. Maybe I just imagined it. Alright, well, keep moving around. Oh, did these guys survive? Go figure. I don't know how they managed that. I guess they reinforced them. And another Scrivener. What's our research rate at, by the way? 302. Not bad. Not great, but not bad. Ow, Tretch is going to Crookback Mountain now. Huh, he's actually probably going to go try to go past it towards Simspa. Oh my! Look at this army. That's pretty nice. Alright, I guess then you are going this way. He might be trying to go to Mount Silverspear, and if he is, I don't know whether we can stop him or not, but here we might be able to. We'll see if he besieges or see what he does, generally speaking. And we could keep you right here while we wait for Bhashiva to get around. Are you going this way still? Hopefully. Alright, you, take the Fortress of Vorag. Ashridge Mountains. Oh, we might actually want to take Ashridge Mountains for ourselves eventually. Really? What's victory? I mean... Nah, it's clan rats and there are some storm vermin, but they don't have a chance here. It's a waste of our time. Occupy. Alrighty, Anna the Fuheng Monk. Always nice, especially as we head towards the Slaanesh. Oh, finally we get an icon of the Spirit Dragon to summon Ancestral Warriors. I was hoping for some of these. Frankly, with any range or artillery armies, these would be very, very handy. They would also make sense with the other army of you're in the wrong... Yeah, okay, you need to switch to this, and you need to switch to... this, and this we will keep because it gives us alchemist capacity. Huh, I was gonna put an alchemist in Bhashiva's army anyway, so let's, I guess we'll put the tactician on field. Yeah, put the tactician on field. We can't put her into Bhashiva's army as yet, but eventually. And then you, much as I'd love to... Oh, this reduces construction cost here, but then we'd have to delete something. Huh. It's a tier 4 growth building versus a tier 2 money building. Much as I love money, I guess we'll start with the Tower of the Bloody Tooth. And then we'll continue onward. More importantly, we got the relics. So just to make sure that it doesn't crash, we will quick save. And then we will head to the Tiger Court. And what I wanted was... this one. +1 allied recruitment unit capacity per army. Devote relic. Prophecy of the White Tiger. Now we're 5-4-3. This feels like it makes sense. Kamau being, you know, the head god. Prophecy of the White Tiger being our faction, and the Way of the Thousand Gods being the sort of original thing. So yeah, it kind of makes sense. And... wait. Is this all... Look at that. Look at all those arrows. Wait, you're not at war with the Dolgan, though. Interesting. Tremendously interesting. If these guys were to declare war on the Dolgan, I guess the Dolgan would have a lot more of a tough time. Anyway, the main thing is this. From that, we are able to take you and grab the extra war drum. Now, because we can use 5 units. You can trade to this army 2 war drums for... You need 1 cannon, and technically you need a mage as well. You have an extra peasant archer rather than a mage, but that's fine. Yeah, alright. And then you can go into Dragon Gate. -3, 106, yeah, we can't have that. Hey, relax. There you go, okay. Now we're good. You guys sit there. And the mage thing will come later. Technically, we could replace these with better units, but frankly, I think the gates will be able to hold just fine. We need the upkeep production, but recruitment costs will only be needed to recruit another cannon. Technically, we can replace that with other buildings, like capacity buildings or like those ammunition buildings that I was talking about. You sit here for 1 more turn until we get over 10k, and then we can start moving you to here, out of which we can send you out as a new army. Beautiful. Anybody else need to move? I don't think we moved Gandari this turn, meaning Gandari... Huh, are these guys going for the Temple of Huh. Actually, if they want to take the Temple of Heimkel, I wouldn't mind, because they'll start moving towards Azazel and maybe actually fighting him. Oh, this is kind of annoying, though, because these guys are most likely going to try to move here and take out this guy. Alright, Chudu. Go out here and ambush. No, we can't risk you getting ambushed. See, I don't know whether this guy can actually cross the river and attack us from here, but he might be able to. Well, I guess we'll find out. Not like we really care about anything in this army, except possibly the strategist. You know what? Here's what we'll do. Take out the Gate Master that I didn't like, the one with... Another fervent question? You've got to be freaking kidding me. Alright, wait. Ignoring Temple of Heimkel, hidden of Kazi. And we can go this way to help it. What do we have in Kazi? Ooh. Yes. Very much yes. We got 3 Doom Wheels, and this is a minor settlement? No, it's a field battle. Interesting indeed. Alright, just to double check before we move in and fight. Tiger Court. Yes, and yes. Okay, then... Are you suffering attrition here? This isn't Chaos territory. This is, Kislevites territory. Anyway, you... I guess we could go all the way to All Veteran. I haven't decided on which one of these to do. It could be Guardian, or it could be Reload. I have never seen these guys even come close to running out of ammunition, though, because they're close range, close combat, or close range infantry. Close quarters missile infantry, sure. It's unlikely, I would say. But for now, Drill Discipline, Masterful Shot, and Wall Veteran. You. Optimize Logistics, max it out. And yeah, let's go for Drill Discipline. Alchemist. Harmonic Anchoring. You can now heal yourself if it comes down to it. And I guess Living Forge. We should probably move towards Arcane Conduit. Let's do that. Grab Earthing, because you do overcast periodically. You. Range Discipline, Wind Harmony, and I think you have everything else. Yes? Oh, you don't have Alchemist Mind Razor. Alright, start going through that. We could always single unit buff Gandari if he needs it. I have my doubts, but he might want it, if not need it. Gandari, 15 armor. Your armor isn't yet where it wants to be, although I feel like Gandari wants the big charge bonus instead. He does charge things, and he's pretty quick. Pretty quick on those cat feet. Alright, Nevkazi. Pyrrhic victory, you say, but a debut for the new and improved, if not quite complete, army. Go.
Let their weakness be the sense that guides your blade.
Alrighty, here we go. This should be a toughie. We're outnumbered 2-1 and no longer have the grand cannons to rely upon. But Gandari does now have his Iron Claw Tiger Warriors since the Sawai buffed them. And they should be pretty darn strong. I feel like Sawai should be reworked slightly. Maybe SFO will do something about this, so that they don't specifically just buff the Iron Clawed Tiger Warriors, but maybe so they could work in such a way where they could specialize to buff one of the 3 Tiger units. Like you have a line that either buffs the Tiger Warrior regular Twin Axe variant, you have a line that buffs the Iron Claws, or you have a line of Stalkers, and you have to pick one. And it also modifies or could modify the Sawai in order to specifically buff those. Granted, the Sawai is also a pole arm unit, and it does make sense that with the anti-large that he does buff the Guandao, but I think that would go a long way to making them more viable as, heads of armies that aren't just reliant on piles of the Guandao infantry as the mainliners, because they do nothing for the other Tigers, which I find a little bit weird. You'd think that they would be more familiar with regular Tiger tactics than some random Lord of Cathay, you know what I mean? Even if it isn't quite as buffy as Bhashiva. Anyway, I digress. We have made it close to the enemy line and are engaging them as much as possible. Of course, there are some very threatening units here, like the Death Globes and the Doom Wheels that are rushing through our lines. And frankly, the green Skaven corruption is kind of making the Tigers difficult to pick out. At the very least, the Skaven stand hunched enough that we can sort of tell them apart, but still a little bit darker than I'd like. And the enemy is still holding this hill, which is working out well for them because it's allowing those Death Globes to continue their work, and we have actually suffered a fair bit of damage on at least a few of our units of Guandao. Now, in the meantime, we are trying to approach to support with the Iron Hail Gunners, which actually started approaching on this side of the map, basically as far away from the enemy reinforcements as possible, and are now moving through the tree line. But the enemy smartly kept using Menace Below on top of them over and over and over again. We've also been forced to keep all of our Ogre units there to protect the Iron Hail Gunners. and thusly not contributing to the fight, so it's just been Gandari and his 6 Guandao the entire time, or his 6 Ironclaw Tiger Warriors. Not that they haven't been doing great, even with their ranks at 5 and not nearly maxed out or getting benefits from rank 7s, their stats are pretty dang insane. We also can confer poison to them on occasion. Pestilent Breath moving through our lines, but also hitting the enemy, so I'm not sure what the AI gained out of that. But yeah, the Iron Hail Gunners have now arrived. Certainly a decent amount of their shots will be blocked by the tree line, but, well, about half of them I'm sure will also be blocked by rat bodies. Now, the Alchemist floats overhead, spotting the rats and laying down support, as well as whatever auras it has. And it looks like the first army is nearly destroyed. Maybe about 80% of the way there. The other army, the reinforcements, however, have arrived, and they do have rattling guns, 2 units of rattling guns, rather, in tow, and will begin firing upon us. We do specifically have to watch out for them targeting the Alchemist. They have a very bad tendency to go specifically after these frickin' big old targets. And that's a big old volley, taking about half of the HP from the Alchemist, so we will immediately pop that attached healing potion, while popping off a Gehenna's Golden Hounds, though it looks like the Gehennas go the wrong way, and the rattling guns simply move forward and avoid it. Ain't so great, but what can you do? On the bright side, neither Doom Wheels nor the Doom Flayers are having a great time against all of the anti-large of the Guandao. 25 bonus versus large is a lot, even if their stats weren't super high already. There's certainly a lot more anti-large than the regular Tiger Warriors have anti-infantry, which as I recall is only 5, so barely there. Alrighty, and now it's time to rush any units that we can spare towards those rattling guns. Can't have those guys firing at us anymore. Not that they had achieved too much other than severely damaging that Alchemist. Gandari is fighting a Packmaster as well as a pile of Night Runners. The enemy's First Lord is, I believe, now dead, or at the very least about to be cut down by the Gatemaster, who is chasing him. There we go, and the rat loses his head. Seeing their Grey Seer fallen, the enemy army shatters, and the battle is ours, or at least one of their Grey Seers fallen. The second Grey Seer decides, you know what, I should not be here, and books it on out of there in true Skaven fashion. So everything worked out for everybody. Besides, this guy can now get promoted over that guy, so yeah. Everybody's happy. Everybody wins. Alrighty, there we have it. No fancy ambush tactics, just good old-fashioned clawing people's faces off, just like our 4 kittens used to do. It's lovely to see. We got 24,000 damage and 450 kills on the aptly named Dreadclaws. 25k damage, though less kills on Meowageddon, again aptly named, and then followed by the Striped Guardians with 23k and a very solid amount of kills and damage. Great job to you 3. Funnily enough, the 2 units of the regular Ogre Bulls did a little bit more damage and kills than the Iron Guts, but that's by virtue of them chasing down the clan rats that kept trying to spawn to annoy the Iron Hail Gunners. Also Gandari, 13k damage, but 2.6k damage dealt as Gold Valley, which matches the sort of higher performing, in fact highest performing damage dealt as Gold value units of Guandao. So yeah, very nice. If we sack it, it's a red territory, so it's not like we're looking to keep it. If we sack it, how far will you wait, you can't recover movement range, like... Actually, everybody recovers 15%, right? Unless I'm mistaken. Okay, wait, you know what? Sack, and don't move downhill. Please don't move downhill. Oh, that guy went far. Okay, yeah, we're not catching him. No, yeah, we weren't going to catch him anyway. He went real far. Oh well, grab Navkazi then. Huh. I wonder if we'll heal less here, just out of curiosity. 20 and 2, and if we occupy it... 14 and 3, yeah, so... By Taking the settlement, we heal less than just being in the wild. Again, it's always been odd that the game works that way, but it does, so what can you do? We can't be ambushed here, though there are probably other rat armies running around, and if they choose to attack us, well, more power to them, I suppose. But they'll have to attempt it next time around, because we're out of time, and I'm going to call this particular episode here. Gandari's army is ready to move, and soon, Chudu's army is going to be ready to move as well, to start fighting some of those rats. Maybe kicking them out of here. I was hoping that the Dolgan would do some work here, but they seem to be more inclined towards killing other Chaos factions than they are the Rat factions, which is kind of interesting. But, well, I guess I'm not complaining about it. We will also try to push forward into the mountains, the World's Edge Mountains, the northern World's Edge Mountains, next time around, while continuing to attempt to punish the Clan Rictus rats, which are down to up to strength rank 36 now, with 7 settlements. We reduced their settlement number by half and their armies by a dozen, and they're nearly recovered. Go figure. That's AI money steroids for you. And, well, it's actually more so the fact that they can keep their super elite units probably super cheap. 225 for a Hell Pit Abomination, cheaper than a basic Tiger Warrior, I believe. 213, actually slightly more expensive than a basic tier 2 Tiger Warrior, so good for them. Anyway, more Bhashiva to come as we start, well, I guess we're starting to head towards the end of the campaign now, or at the very least are moving towards it, but many more faces to be clawed off and eaten, so yeah. Stay tuned for more. Don't forget to leave those likes and comments below, as they will determine how long the campaign continues to run for. All glory to the algorithm. And thanks for watching.